Well, for more now on Harry and Meghan's Netflix docu-series, the couple opened up on their decision to leave the monarchy and the impact life in the public eye had on Diana, with Prince Harry vowing not to let the same thing happen to his family. Harry criticised the media coverage, describing royal correspondence as the publicity arm of the royal family.
Would fit the mould, as opposed to somebody who you perhaps are destined to be with. The difference between making decisions with your head or your heart. And my mum certainly made most of her decisions, if not all of them, from her heart.
So the Duke also said anyone can call themselves a royal expert and make money from commentating on the royal family. For more, we are joined by Sunrise Royal editor Rob Jobson. Jobbo, where do we start? I mean, there is so much to unpack.
33 years, mate. 33 years we've been writing about this family. We don't need any of those sort of... Yeah, look, I hear his whinge. I heard it very loud and clear. And he's got his viewpoint, which... Look, I must admit, about fitting the mould with the women in the family, it's not really fair on Prince Charles, is it? Clearly, his love affair with Camilla was not exactly fitting the mould, or actually William and Kate either. So I do think that was a bit of a swipe at his brother and his dad.
Yeah, she also mocks the Brits a lot, and that's getting headlines in Britain right now. The way she does the curtsy.
The hugging.
What did you think? I mean, I thought that he looked decidedly uncomfortable about that, actually, and I thought that was a really inappropriate thing to be doing. When this was being filmed, I think Her Majesty was pretty much coming to the end of her life, and I didn't think that was particularly appropriate or fair. And also, the royals don't expect you to bow and scrape or nod or bow or anything or curtsy. It's completely up to you what you do. So that's a bit dated, and actually gives the wrong impression. But it was for an American audience, and she was playing to it.
The one thing that kind of stood out as well is Harry often compares Meghan to Diana, saying that they have the same empathy, confidence, warmth. What did you think of that?
Well, he also said in the documentary he doesn't have many memories of his mum. All he can remember as a kid was the paparazzi. So I don't know. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, I knew Diana quite well. I don't think there's much of a comparison between the two. I mean, the reality is Diana, I think, had a bit more of a sense of humour. I don't really know Meghan that well, but I think in this it does come across that it's a very me documentary, and I think it's a bit self-indulgent. There are moments in it I thought were decidedly uncomfortable, but the stuff when they've just started filming themselves, when some clever friend of them said, "Oh, you should film yourself now," well, they looked like they should have been in therapy at that stage. I mean, he didn't know what day of the week it was. She came out with no makeup and a towel on her head, saying, "I can't even speak." I mean, I really think that was like the first session, so that wasn't a wise idea, in my opinion. They looked like they were in a seriously bad way.
What about the idea of airing your family's dirty laundry in public? You know, I mean, every family has stuff they don't like, people they don't like, people they maybe don't even talk to, but they are really throwing this around the world.
Well, no, it doesn't matter if you're a prince or a pauper. It doesn't really matter. If you're the father or the mum of a kid that starts bleating about, you know, life, it's pretty distressing. I mean, these aren't two teenagers, you know. These are two. She's over 40. He's approaching 40. He's complaining all the time that he didn't have enough money, and so much so that his father at one stage said, "I'm not a bank." So I do think that they're overindulged, to say the least. And a lot of people, as I've said before, you know, with the cost of living crisis coming up, Britain's in recession. We've got people going to food banks, etc. Two multimillionaires whinging about their lot hasn't gone down too well in Britain.
Hard to get empathy, isn't it? Just really quickly, should they lose their royal title, the Duke and Duchess titles?
Interesting. There's a bill going before Parliament on that. It's not that easy for it to happen, but they've been stripped of HRH anyway, effectively. So I think it's more difficult to get rid of the title that was given to them. But there is a bill going before Parliament at the moment.
One headline yesterday called them the ginger and the whinger. It's pretty harsh, isn't it? Thanks, Jobbo.